TGIF. This week we've talked about the 4 pillars of fitness. Thus far, we've gone over supplementation, we've gone over nutrition, and we touched on getting your head right. We're going to talk a little bit about exercise today. Exercise is obviously a very important part of that, and we've got to combine that with the rest of those pillars in order to achieve our fitness goals. When it comes to exercise, I have laid forth a program for you guys. I call it my tactical bodybuilding program. I have taken elements from a lot of different professionals, whether it be Christian Thibodeau or Mike O'Hearn or Stu Smith, a lot of those guys who have been in this industry for a very, very long time and guys that I've looked up to, and I have studied their methodology. I've taken stuff from each of them and I've combined them into this program. The aspects that I think apply to not only achieving your fitness goals from an aesthetic standpoint, but also from a functional standpoint. And for those of you that I've targeted, this is primarily about job function. Although life function certainly plays into it, my first responders, military folks, we've got to be able to function wearing 70 pounds of plastic is essentially what it comes down to. So how do we do that effectively? How do we make sure that we get the job done, and how do we get it done in the most efficient manner possible? As many of you have noticed with this program thus far, there's no cardio built into this. I believe in conditioning. Your conditioning is part of the workout program that you're going through right now. Those circuits, putting those 4 or 5 exercises together, limiting that rest period, that's true to life function. I could give you a program that'll teach you how to run a 5K. I don't know how many of you as police officers have ever been in a foot chase that has lasted 3.2 miles. It just doesn't happen. Your foot chases are usually pretty quick, and it involves us jumping over trash cans, cutting corners, having to move laterally. There's a lot of things that come into that as far as a foot chase is concerned. For my EMS and my fire personnel, you're having to lift patients, put them onto stretchers, bring them up and down stairs. Those are all functional things, and those are those things that you've noticed throughout this program are happening for you. Whether that be deadlifting, whether that be moving in all 3 planes of motion, your frontal, your sagittal, and your transverse planes of motion. Very rarely in the real world do we have a barbell, which is perfect for our grip, which is evenly balanced, where we are able to pick it up. So this program is designed to help you accomplish those tasks in your day-to-day job. Now, does that mean that other programs are bad or aren't effective? No, that's not what I'm saying before people send me a bunch of hate mail about, why don't you like traditional bro splits? I do. I use them throughout the year. However, we've got to be able to keep our body guessing. By going with a tactical bodybuilding style or a functional style of training, we're able to keep our body conditioned, we're able to keep our muscles conditioned, we're able to create that muscle confusion and continue to achieve our goals and continue to make those gains. So by all means, I am not saying don't do those other programs. Those other programs have their place, absolutely. As a bodybuilder, I absolutely do those things. I will train a body part or 2 body parts a day, but that's not the only thing I do. Part of the exercise regime and part of breaking plateaus or whatever you want to do, limiting overtraining, is making sure that we change things up. The flip side of that is mentally. If you continue to do the same thing over and over again, you're going to get bored. Make sure that you are getting time to recover. That's where these active recoveries come into play, hence what's coming up over the weekend, unless of course you've already taken an active recovery day this week, i.e. skipped a workout, and you need to make that up. Give your body time to rest. Make sure you're hitting your exercises hard. We've already touched on going to total failure versus going to form failure. Incorporate those things into there. Part of my job as a coach and part of my job as a trainer is to make sure that we are doing that appropriately. Reach out to me, ask those questions. I try to keep your programming fresh, making sure that you're getting new things. As we go into next week, you're going to notice that the exercises change up. That is done on purpose. The sequencing changes up. That is done on purpose. We're going to keep that body guessing. We're going to keep you progressing. That's where we want to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this week. Get your rest in. Get ready for next week. Make sure you're hitting that nutrition plan. And guess what? It's Friday. Flex them up. Let's go. Kick ass.